I've always felt that I should keep my personal life personal. I mean,
Yeah.
down to like where I live, the cars I drive, the people I deal with,
Yes,
like all that is off.
it's so it's liberating when people don't know and they just are able to assume. And it's funny because I haven't really been blogged about like that since Bow. And it's been liberating. The only time I get blogged is when he like, does these weird posts. But other than that, it's like, oh my God, it feels good to wake up in the morning and not have to worry about like being, you know what I mean? A topic of conversation of, and especially stuff that's like not true, like that's the worst. Like when that 300 men room or whatever, I was just like, wait, people, like I didn't care at all. But then when I was like reading that people really believe this, that's when I was a little worried. But even then, it's just like slow news day, right?
You really got a lot of your attention recently from Love and Hip Hop. Being on Love and Hip Hop during the run. Like, what was the reason why you chose not to come back? Because clearly you were asked to come back.
Oh yeah, I was asked to come back several times. And even a new season, they wanted me on the Hollywood one. And it's funny because people are like, oh, she thinks she's all that. She married. Oh, she's getting married. So that's why. That wasn't that played a part in like, okay, I want peace in my life and I'm about to get married or whatever. Like, let me do this right. Like, this shouldn't be, something that's broadcasted every day. Out of respect for what have been the commitment if it went through. And I'm not here to bash the franchise at all. It brought me into the living rooms of millions who love me, who hate me, and who've been invested in my life, which is kind of cool because I'm just a girl from the Bronx, like, always been determined as fuck. But I had a lot of, things going on in my life that people seem to really be interested and invested in. And coming from absolutely nothing, that's amazing. But at the same time, the situations they put you in, how they have no remorse or consideration for your life while you're on the show or after, because all they really care about is like, okay, what's going to make a good scene? And they put you in these situations knowing already at that point what's going to make you tick, what's your weak points, you know what I mean? You start to feel like you're going to work and your 9 to 5 is a complete war zone. And that feeling just every day for 5 years created this person that just wasn't balanced, this person that wasn't properly focused, this person that just ultimately was just all over the place. It came to a point where it was just like, I deserve peace in my life, and I also love to be in the living room of millions of people, but what matters most, like, your sanity or the money, which, okay, I definitely that was good, but not good enough where you're gonna like take my livelihood and twist it around and put me into situations that bring out the complete worst in me. And I signed up to be the villain, but I didn't sign up for my life to be tore upside down every single time they got an opportunity. So, and it's funny because even in the reunion, my answers to why I wanted to leave was cut out and something else totally was put in. So even with that, like, they try to convince me that they would give me a decent, proper closure, but they fed you guys the wrong answers to the questions. So it's just kind of like, damn, like, not even on my farewell did you guys could do me right. Where that made people hate me even more. You know what I mean? Like, because they didn't feed you guys the truth. And even looking at the episodes and the seasons after, I just feel like I don't think they think about the individuals anymore. They just think about what's going to make good television. And it's sad because people watch it and they believe whatever comes across their television. It's just what it is. Reality TV isn't always reality.
Yep. Now, 6 months ago, you went on Instagram and you posted a picture with your doctor.
Oh yeah,
Doctor.
my boobies.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got a breast reduction?
I took out my implants.
Okay.
That's why they look so much smaller than what they used to be.
Okay, because they actually look, I mean, from my
Well,
point of
the
view, about the
dress
same
definitely
size.
helps. The dress helps, yes. But if I was to take them off, or you can see in certain pictures when I don't have anything that's kind of like, tight form fitting, like, But I took them out. It just, I don't know. I got to that point where it's just like I'm over all the stuff that's old, including the implants.
What was the reason that you originally got them put in?
Well, because I breastfed my son for so long, my titties just lost. Gravity doesn't work well with ethnic women, Gravity isn't always our friend. So I put them in, and they were great for a bit, and then they just didn't look right. So, and it's funny because where I'm going and all these projects I have going on, one of the roles that I took on caused for me to have a lot more. So it actually was happening around the same time that I landed the role, and I was already going into surgery to get the implants taken out. So it kind of worked. It was like God sending me a message, like, good choice.
I mean, was it liberating to, suddenly not have these things on your chest?
It's so
all the
much
time?
easier to get dressed, and I feel a lot sexier, like with my clothes off, because I know that, it's me, and especially now to have been like a gym rat, that like things are just, I don't know. I feel like I feel better than I ever have, and a lot of people are saying I look better than I ever have. So I guess it goes hand in hand, you just gotta do right by you.
I mean, as someone who's had plastic surgery, when you look at what's happening, especially in your community, with girls, like, when you walk into a strip club now, it's very rare to see a woman who's actually natural.
It's the bottle service thing. Like, every
bottle
woman
service
wants
thing?
that Jessica Rabbit look. And that's fine. To each his own. I don't knock them. But I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, a lot of those women are going to, like, try to go back and get that taken out.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
I have a lot of friends now that are, like, that have butt implant injections, and they're getting the injections taken out, because it's too big. And it's funny because us Latin women naturally, like, we gain weight, our weight goes up and down, and even black girls too, that when you put that stuff in, you get thick, and then as you naturally gain weight, you get even bigger, and it's just, before you know it, it's out of control. So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, women are actually risking their lives. They're not FDA approved, meaning that they could kill you.
Yes.
And there's women who have died.
Yes. That plays a big part, but it also goes back to what we were talking about, men, like how they look at women here. Women feel like they need that for a man to give them any kind of attention or to glorify them. And, in the Muslim community and those other communities out of New York or, just the United States, period, they don't need all of that. In fact, they prefer you to not show your curves and things of that nature, to keep that to yourself so it's more sacred. Where here, men glorify that, and it's all about the likes, on Instagram and all that stuff. That definitely, play a part in fooling women to think that that's the thing that they need to do to be glorified.
There's a girl named Britannia 187. I don't know if you heard about her, but she has like 6 million Instagram followers.
Britannia, is that the one with the tattoos all over?
Britannia, yeah, Britannia.
Yeah.
Britannia 187. And she posted up where on, like, last month on Connect Pal, she made $70,000. And it was like, wow.
More power to you. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, like, I don't not... See, when it comes to women, like, I feel like we always get the fucking shitty end of the stick naturally. That now that things are, like, outlets like this work to our favor, where instead of, because it's funny, because at one point, the era I came up in, like, to be in King Magazine and all that stuff, like, was a big deal. But, like, you didn't get, what you deserve as far as compensation, you know? So, but it was an outlet for men to like kind of, you know, get to know us or see who we, you know, tap into our world or get closer to us per se. If you can like do what she's doing and, you know, have men right here where you need them or where they should be, more power to it. And then I also feel like any woman who is smart enough to make money off of her being who she is, you know, fucking go for it. Like, I'm so empowered by things like that. I feel like we need more women to kind of step up and be smart like that, especially for our younger girls. Not saying that, you know, it's the thing to do, but it's like, I feel like all of us women should be empowered by another woman being smart enough to make money off of, you know, just her being who she is. And I'm sure she's probably not doing no more, no less than fucking walking around the house, chilling, talking shit, which you normally do on Snapchat for free, and you're getting paid for it. Like, that's a fucking smart move. And power to who? Was it Britannia? More power to you, girl.